We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 63. Adam, I am so excited to be here with you today. I can't hardly stand it.
I'm excited to be here with you too today, Kim, and with you watching.
Oh my goodness. So let me just say out loud, in case you don't already know about Adam Rothenberg, he is the media personality and interview king that we love so much around here because he brings us the scoop behind the curtains. He does all kinds of things around here, and he's an amazing co-host for GME. So, Adam, thank you for being here with me today. And just in case anyone doesn't know who this big mouth is, I am Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team and community. And we are so happy to be your host today for GME.
I'm so excited for today's show. And for anybody who doesn't know how amazing Kim is, Kim really helps so many of us build our businesses and really give us great direction. So I'm so excited to not only have you as a co-host today, Kim, but that I get to be around your guidance all the time.
Thank you for saying that, Adam.
You're welcome. And I think we should go straight into Entrepreneurland and get things kicked off.
Oh my goodness, we love that jingle. We can't help it.
Can't help it. If you could see in the green room, I am bopping around to that jingle.
So let's bop into today's theme, Adam.
I think that's a great idea, Kim. And today's theme is paying attention to the details.
So a lot of people, I'm just going to give this little spicy bit right up front. A lot of people don't pay attention to the details. And then they create really ugly businesses and they create messes and train wrecks and all kinds of things. So today we are reminding you, sweet listener, but we're also reminding us how important it is to pay attention to the details.
I 100% agree that paying attention to the details is very important because in an instance like Good Morning Entrepreneurs, if I'm not paying attention to where we are in the agenda, I could play the wrong video and then we go and introduce somebody's segment and all of a sudden someone else's segment plays.
Great example, Adam. And we do want to say out loud for everyone listening that if you're here, you're going to hear us being what I call the puppy and pony show for a lot of things. We're going to be telling you all about exciting things. But we want to make sure you remember to watch this show with the eyes of intention to see what is possible for you also, because this community is full of what we call ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and we want you to be willing and able to see what's possible for you too.
And just know that certain things that we talk about, we didn't start out where they're at. We all started at 0 or at 1. Even this show, we may be at episode 63 and it may seem seamless and flawless to you watching, but just know that we started at episode 1 last March and over a year ago now. And from that show to this show is a completely different, I don't even know what term to use, but it's a completely different, I was going to say beast, but I don't know if that's the right word to use.
I love it. The GME is a beast.
Yeah. So the point is that don't be intimidated if everything looks so polished and pristine, that there is messy that happens behind the scenes, and that it took us 63 shows to get to where we are today. Well, I guess 62 shows, because we don't know how today's going to go. So it took us 62 shows to get us to where we are today.
I love this, Adam. Love it. And so speaking of all that, though, let's head into GME Chronicles, because in the Chronicles, we are going to share some numbers, some behind the scene things. But like Adam said, it all started with a 0, and it all started in the beginning, just like everything does.
Thank you, Kim and Carrie. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, May 31st, 2024. The GME Chronicles is the celebration of moving the needle in our businesses. And we want to share with you out loud these numbers so you can see what is possible when coming together with others in your business. The total of 13 events last week included Kat's Pilates classes and My Sexy Business's mastermind classes, which totaled in 6 sessions. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, which they are celebrating their 3rd anniversary. Congratulations on 3 years, My Sexy Business. And on LinkedIn Audio, Donna hosted her room on Tuesday. My Sexy Business posted 50 YouTube clips and went live with show number 62 of GME. 5 new podcast episodes dropped last week. Go give them a listen. We had Bearing It All with Call Me Adam, Elite Bloomer Living, Sisters in Service, Mucked Up My Self-Care, and 5 of 15 Interviews Leadership Series. Last week's total of 69 brings our grand total to 4,988 amazing things. We look forward to more updates next week, and if you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us this week at Sticky No Time Accountability Group, the Age Agitators Club with Yvonne, and the Groundwork Brigade Open House on Wednesday and Thursday. We hope to see you coming up soon. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Well, cheers to those numbers.
Cheers, Adam. I know we don't ever get this right, but we love this part anyway. Definitely cheers to those numbers. And Adam, I have to laugh and tell you, call out 2 things. So there might be someone on the host duty in this chair. They got the number wrong. There were 5 podcast episodes, not 6, but somebody can't push the right button. And so that was all me. I want to make sure everybody knows we're totally transparent around here. We don't get things perfect. We always own up to things. So I want to say out loud, that is one of the things that I am giggling about, that yes, it is the wrong number. Jill did say 5 and it was supposed to have a 5, but no, I put a 6. So that's that.
So we are living proof for being messy, and that you can have something that may not be the exact right number because you forgot to change it. And instead of taking the time to go back and change it because there's so much on your plate for the day, it's okay to just leave it and then just own up to it, that you're aware of the mistake and we were just going to move forward with it.
It just makes me giggle, Adam, because when you told me that it was the wrong number, it was too late, I felt like. And so I would not stop a show based on a mistake. I think just saying it out loud, like you just said, I think that makes it okay, because we're not trying to hide it. We're not trying to do it wrong, but the show must go on, as Adam would say.
Yes, the show must go on. And speaking of going on, we do want to continue on with this celebration of 3 years of celebrating the Not Creepy Room on Clubhouse. And we do have a special video to play. So did you want to say anything, Kim, before I play the video, or do you want to say something afterwards?
Actually, I want to say a couple things, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm rogue today, y'all, just so you know. So one thing I do want to speak to really quickly is everybody from the videos are saying, like, come back to me and Carrie. And obviously Adam is not Carrie. Adam is Adam, just so everybody understands clearly. But Carrie and I are the ones that in the very beginning of GME, we started this. And I think that's something to honor Carrie. Carrie has been in her cape superhero mode because she's got some clients that have needed her to do some things that conflicted with this time. So I want to just say out loud, we miss Carrie, and the show is still going on, and Carrie wants us to go on. So just putting that out there, if someone's just tuning in for the first time for show number 63, Adam, that it's not confusing as to why are they saying Kim and Carrie and here's Kim and Adam. So let me say that. And then the Not Creepy Room on Clubhouse. I want to give a little bit of information, because Clubhouse is an audio app that we started going on to. I think everybody in this community has been on it. We started going in there during the pandemic because we missed people. We missed conversations. And what turned out to be a little thing that we did, like listening and talking, turned into this big thing of now all these years later, because I've been on since January of 2021. I think that's right. Yes, I had to do the math really quickly. January of 2021. And then we started a room called the Not Creepy Room because we don't believe in creepy marketing. The not creepy part is practice your pitch, your intro, your offer. So we gave a space to that room where everybody could practice. And I know this is a long explanation. Oh, I just spit on myself. I just want to make sure everybody knows what we're celebrating. But it's been going on for more than 3 years now. So happy 3-year Clubhouse birthday. And Adam and Denise are the ones that lead it. So hopefully, Adam, that framed everything a little better.
That did. And didn't you and Carrie start the Not Creepy Room as well?
So Carrie and I met on Clubhouse, and Carrie and I together did more than 2,000 rooms in the last 3+ years because we really like each other. Like, we really like being in conversations together. So we've done a lot of rooms, but yes, that was Carrie again. So we need to mention that because I definitely believe in giving credit where it's due. And that is part of where this room came from, is Carrie and I made a space so that people could come in and practice, including us. Like, don't think we're sitting on our high horses, because we were practicing right along with everybody. But I love our Not Creepy Room.
Me too. And I love this video that you made. So here we go. Oh my God, I love that video. And I would love to just extend a personal invitation to you watching, that if you would like to join us in the Not Creepy Room, and if you have a pitch, offer, intro that you would like to practice and get some feedback on, we would love for you to join us on Clubhouse in the Not Creepy Room on Wednesday. This would be Wednesday, June 5th, because that's next Wednesday, at 7 a.m. Central Time. So we hope to see you there. And if you come, let us know that you came from watching this episode of GME. That would be very exciting.
Oh my goodness, I love this, Adam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And do we have a question this week? Because we have celebrated our way through the first quarter of the show, but do we have a question we need to answer?
We do. So here's the entrepreneurial question from our viewer this week.
Here's a question from one of our viewers. Should I pay to be featured in a magazine?
Ooh.
That's a great question. And I'm going to address something else really quickly, Adam. Me and all my addressing, but Kat and Denise have the week off this week, and we want to acknowledge that they are not here intentionally, and we are the puppy and pony show for the week. So we want to say that. Adam, do you have something to say about paying to be in a magazine? Because I sure do.
I know you do. I'm not very well versed on this topic. The only thing I would say is, for me personally, I don't know that I would pay to be in a magazine. Maybe unless it's some kind of hugely distributed magazine, and I don't want to just say a name, but I do feel like there could be a possibility, but most likely I would not.
So when you ask the question with the should in it, I'm just going to say we don't do shouldy around here. And so should is a problem because we don't know the situation for you. Maybe you're ready to pay for advertising. The part I do want to address about this question that I know will be a little spicy is if you're pretending to be interested in someone's story and then you send them something saying, oh, for $2,500, I'll put you in my magazine. I'll interview you for my magazine. That is bait and switch. So if you're doing it in a creepy way, please stop and be upfront that this is what it is. Don't pet someone's ego. Don't manipulate someone by saying, oh, I love your story. I can't wait to put it in here. Well, it's a mere, however many hundreds or thousands of dollars. That's wrong. That's creepy marketing. So that's my pushback is don't be shouldy and don't be creepy. So there you go, Adam.
I love both of those, Kim. and what was I just about to say? I just forgot what I was going to say. I was thinking of this brilliant segue. Oh, we talked about segues in the Not Creepy Room this morning. And I just had this one in my mind and it totally went out of my mind. But I do want to say somebody who is not creepy and very genuine is our first roving reporter with a segment on health and wellness for entrepreneurs.
The friggin' fabulous Kat Corchado, proud US Air Force veteran, health and wellness professional, founder of Small Space Pilates, podcast host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kimmy Carey. So we're going to continue with these hip stretches. And we're going to take it just a little bit deeper. So as always, please make sure that this is an appropriate stretch for you and your body by checking with your physician and or your physical therapist. So you should be super familiar with the 45-45 now. Press your right hand into the floor and lift your left arm over your head. Again, we're pushing the back hip down. Do you feel that? I want you to walk your hands around my right thigh. Now, take your back leg here, the lower part of the leg. See if you can lift it up and lower it down. Lift it up. And now walk it back. Now let's do this stretch again. Push the back hip down. And release. Switch sides. And now walk around. So my left leg is in front. You're walking around to your left side. Stay here. Lift the back leg up and lower. This is internal rotation of the hip. Forward. One more. And bring it back around. Now, same exercise. Push the back of the hip down. Move. And relax. All right, we're going to continue with the hips next week. So until next time, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh my God, I love Kat Crociato and her stretches.
She has helped me so much, Adam. I have to say, I am part of her small space Pilates community where she's a movement specialist and she has, I probably am not supposed to say this, but Kat's not here, so I'm going to say it anyway. She helps some of the NFL players. She helps professional ballerinas, and she even helps little chunky entrepreneurs who are needing to be more healthy. And I think that that's a testament to Kat. Kat truly wants to help other people. And one of the things that she declares all the time is everyone has a right to feel good in their bodies, and she's here to help with that. So she gives a week free to Small Space Pilates community where you can go and literally work out with her, get videos from the library if you want to use them from her. And she's just an amazing human, and she has changed my health drastically. So I think everyone should go and see Kat.
I 100% agree with everything you just said, Kim. And the other thing about Kat is that she is one half of the Salty Sisters. And the other half of the Salty Sisters is Yvonne Marchese. And we are going to go to her segment on entrepreneurship later in life.
Yvonne Marchese, age agitator, podcast host, community builder, branding photographer, published author, event speaker, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, guys. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. Have you ever noticed that the word old is almost always used in a negative context? Old isn't a four-letter word, but it might as well be. I mean, take a good listen at the next party you're at with friends you've known for a long time. If you listen for it, you'll start to notice how often people complain about getting old, and usually it's in the form of a self-deprecating joke. We are steeped in negative messaging about getting older, and you may be thinking, well, that's because getting old is for the birds, Yvonne. Here's the thing, maybe that's not totally true. Is it possible that there are some upsides to getting old? Many people experience a greater amount of happiness as they get older. When I started thinking about the parts of being old that could be good, it eased my fears about getting old. And being less fearful of aging makes me eager to embrace new experiences and explore what I want to do next. And as an entrepreneur, I think that comes in pretty handy. Aging definitely has its challenges, but if we can challenge our assumptions about it, we could probably have a lot more fun along the way. That's all for now. Back to you guys in the studio.
I love it. And at 57 years young, I'm young, the president of the Age Agitators Club, Yvonne Marchese, would be proud of that statement, Adam. But I think we get fine as wine. Like the older the wine gets, the more fine it becomes. And I think maybe that's true of us as humans.
I agree. I definitely think there's some things from my younger years that I wish I could hold on to and didn't change. But I will say more of me feels very lucky that I've been able to age as I have and able to reach this age. And I know a lot of people who haven't gotten to, how old am I? Oh, 48, that haven't got to 48. And you know, I always think of my friend from high school, and I have to remember, I think it was high school. I went to school with this kid, and his name was Timmy Resch, and he was in the band, and he and I were friendly. And I remember he passed away either my freshman year, sometime during high school. I don't remember the exact year at this point, but I'll never forget going to the funeral and everything. And I think about him often, that he didn't get to see all of these things that I got to do. And it really is a privilege to age. And I love how Yvonne plays into that. You're never too old to do anything. You're never too old to try something new. And I also want to make sure that everybody knows that Yvonne has the Age Agitators Club, which if you are is it fair to say, Kim, a woman of a certain age, or you're curious about midlife, or you're looking down the road from where you are towards midlife, you can join Yvonne's club. She is having her next meeting next Wednesday, June 5th at 3 p.m. Central Time. And I know if she was here this morning, she would want you to try out the club and to see if it is the right fit for you.
She gives a free month for everyone to come to the meetings. And the meetings are amazing because it helps you change the way you're thinking about aging. Because I will say, when she was talking about the self-deprecating, I think we all have done that. Mm-hmm. But it really does change the way you're thinking about it. And I'm very excited to be here still, like you're saying, Adam. And I'm very excited about the adventure that's before me at this age. So very exciting. And I know that we are going rogue a lot today, Adam, thanks to me and my talkiness, but we need to head on over to one of our sponsors for a quick 1-minute commercial.
This show is sponsored by Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Are you an entrepreneur who is focused on making an impact,
but you haven't figured out how to make an income doing it?
We spent years trying to figure out how to do both.
And we realized the business adventure is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team.
And I'm Kerry Zarb, Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
And she's a brilliant entrepreneur, by the way.
We both understand how it feels to believe we are the only ones who can't figure things out.
So we decided to join forces so we could get in the trenches with you.
We lead a very special mastermind group so you can be confident in strategically implementing
the right things in the right order so that you too can get the best possible results.
We cover a variety of topics based on what you need,
including building a business that you own and doesn't own you.
We even address things like social media strategy and simple tech solutions.
If you would like to meet other entrepreneurs who are living proof of what is possible,
come and join us at Groundwork Brigade Mastermind Open House.
Oh, I love Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. And we do want to remind everybody that we have Groundwork Brigade Open House next Wednesday and Thursday. So that's June 5th and June 6th. I know Jill mentioned it in the GME Chronicles, but we want to mention it again. And if you don't know what Open House is, this is your opportunity to come and find out what Groundwork Brigade is, if it's a right fit for you, how it can help you build your business. You can come and ask questions, and you will even get to meet some of the other entrepreneurs that are already in Groundwork Brigade as well.
Love this, Adam. And speaking of one of those lovely entrepreneurs, we are going to head over to our next roving reporter who is helping entrepreneurs be found online.
Denise Malaya, findability queen, tech simplifier, game show host, published author, website builder, founder of M Media Group and GME Roving Reporter.
Can you tell me why you believe that findability is so important?
Findability, honestly, is being included in the search engine in the first place. If you're not there, you can't optimize something that isn't there. So the first step in search, in getting the benefits of search for your business, is to make sure your content is included in the search engine's catalog.
So why does it matter if we're included in the search engines for our business?
Oh gosh. Search engines are one of the most widely used tools on the internet by the general public. The largest search engine after the pandemic, they measured 8.6 billion searches were done in one day, per day. And they say that the average US adult visits a search engine 3 times a day. I will tell you, when I went and counted one week, I did a test, it was at least 5 a day going to this place. So it's where everybody is when they start their journey on looking for solutions. So I believe that it's an audience that's too big to ignore. And it's a great opportunity for very little investment to have people find you.
I love her tagline, if they can't find you, they can't do business with you, Adam.
100% agree.
And her book is amazing.
Yes. If you don't have Denise Millet's book, Be Findable, if they can't find you, they can't do business with you, I highly encourage that you go out and get it. I just finished reading it a few weeks ago, and I have to say that Denise really broke down how to be more findable online in a very digestible way. And I am so glad that I read it. And there are things in the book. I've been in Denise's orbit for a while now, and there were still things that I learned from reading her book that I didn't know from some of my conversations with her. So I encourage you, if you're looking to find ways to get more visitors to your website, I encourage you to get Denise's book and to connect with her to see how she may be able to help you.
I love it. So you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we're glad you are with us today for show number 63, and today's theme of paying attention to details. And yes, Adam, I jumped ahead in the agenda because our time is off a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure we did our mid-reset so everyone knows where they are and why they're here. This is a show for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming, Adam.
Well, I am so excited to go into the kitchen with our next roving reporter for a segment on surprise and delight marketing.
Donna Bender is a certified Givologist branded product specialist, corporate marketing trainer, creator of The Giving Plan, show host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is about celebrating another wacky holiday to show your appreciation. That's right, get ready to preheat your ovens because there's one more food celebration in May, and that's World Baking Day. That's right. It's a fantastic opportunity to show some appreciation to your clients and those that add that special flavor to your lives. So here's some gift ideas to bake the difference in someone's day. You can do, put a DIY utensil kit together. You can include a rolling pin, these fabulous wooden spoons and spatulas and a whisk. And if you're doing anything that has to do with pizza, do not forget a pizza cutter, because this one I have had for almost 19 years. It is a fabulous, fabulous cutter. Another idea would be this great brownie kit. Comes with this wonderful canvas bag, these utensils, pot holders, as well as an apron. It's a great gift idea. And the last idea would be to hold a virtual bake-off where your employees and clients can come together. You give them a pass to an exclusive baking class with you or a guest baker. And it's a wonderful way to learn, engage, and to show appreciation by sharing in the experience. And they can share recipes. So let's make this World Baking Day the sweetest one yet by spreading some love and appreciation and, of course, lots and lots of tasty treats. Remember, it's the little things that make a big difference. So happy baking, everyone. And here's to showing your clients and employees just how much you appreciate them. Back to you at the GME studios.
My goodness. I didn't even realize she's continuing our theme, Adam, of paying attention to details, even when she was saying what she just said.
Yes, I love Donna's segments, and I love how she shows us that these wacky holidays throughout the year can be a way for you to show appreciation to your clients and your customers. And there's so many. World Baking Day is just one example that Donna gives. On previous shows, she's shown us about National Chocolate Chip Day and I think World Donut Day or National Donut Day. So there's a holiday in every month. There's holidays that you can use to build your relationships and to increase your relationships with your clients and customers. And if you want to find out even more ways to do that, you should pick up Donna Bender's book, The Art of Giveology, Giving Your Way to Success in Business.
And Donna is living proof of that success, and she is living proof of just being an amazing human that goes in. And just for the record, Adam, I hope you know this already, but just for the record, not only does she help all of us entrepreneurs, but she actually does corporate training. So she goes into big companies and teaches their whole teams how to do better with their marketing to like increase their sales and things. So it's pretty amazing, all the things that Donna does.
Yes, it is. And somebody else who is doing amazing things for entrepreneurs is our next roving reporter, who is going to be talking about conversations and storytelling for entrepreneurs.
Linda Bonney is a published author, conversationalist, writer, storyteller, podcast host, production manager, and GME roving reporter.
Good morning, entrepreneurs. I'm so glad you have joined us. As an entrepreneur, it can be challenging to capture and maintain the attention of your audience. Whether you're pitching to potential customers, engaging with others on social media, or maybe at a networking event, the ability to hold attention can significantly impact your business's success. So, how is it done? In any conversation, the first few moments are crucial. Yep, we've heard it before. First impressions matter. And in such a fast-paced world, I get it. It's a lot of pressure to make an instantaneous impact. So here's the good news. Capturing attention isn't just about making a good impression. It's also about ensuring your message is heard, understood, and remembered. Because when a good audience is engaged, they're likely to retain the information that you share. And this is crucial when we're explaining ideas or pitching new concepts. One way that this might work is through visual representation. And I like to explain things through metaphors. Some of my favorite business ones are window of success, a maze of challenges, window of opportunity. There's lots out there. By mastering the art of engaging your audience, you can make lasting impressions, enhance message retention, build trust, and drive towards desired results. So good luck out there. Back to you in the GME studio.
I could listen to her all day, Adam, just saying I love her voice.
Me too. It's so calming. It's so soothing. But the information that Linda gives about how to have more engaging conversations is so useful. I have noticed from watching her GME segments that I feel like I have found ways to have more engaging conversations, not only in person, but also through email, what kinds of questions to ask to find out more about somebody. So I'm very grateful to Linda. And one of the other amazing things about Linda is that she has 3 books out called Stories with a Sunday Roast Collection 1, 2, and 3. And what she did with those, first of all, she wrote all 3 books within a year's time, I think it is. And she wrote these books. She did her podcast, Stories with a Sunday Roast. She took the first season of that podcast and she parlayed those interviews into these book collections. And she took the stories that people shared with her during the interview, and for the books, she then related her own life to what each individual was talking about in their episode with her.
She did a great job. That's what I'm going to say out loud. She did a great job. And Adam, I think we should head over to our next sponsor because we are definitely chatty today, and I am sorry that I am the one that's rogue.
Do you find your finances confusing or overwhelming? Well, guess what? You're not alone. I'm Kerry Zarb and I am the Money Barista. It's time to take away those sleepless nights, all the stress and pressure we feel from those flippin' digits. Finances can be hard, and this is why your seat at the virtual cafe is reserved in the Money Barista Club. Our meetups are held on the third Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. Central Time, and I'm inviting you to join us to ask questions, gain access to resources so that you can get in control of your business finances. This is where coffee meets money. Are you ready? What are you waiting for? It's time for you to be in the driver's seat of your finances. Head over to kerryzarb.com/club to join me in the virtual cafe and start controlling the beans in your business today.
Oh my gosh, I love Kerry's Club so much. And I just want to let everybody know that we're going to talk more about the club after her segment because it is time to go to the virtual cafe with the Money Barista herself, Kerry Zarb, for a segment for her segment. That's what I'm trying to say.
You did great.
Kerry Zarb is a rock star podcaster, brilliant entrepreneur, director of Zinc Business Solutions, cover girl, mastermind leader, and GME roving reporter.
Welcome to the Virtual Cafe for this week's segment about business finances. And today I want to talk about, are you using the right tool to work on your business finances? There's so many options when it comes to this space. Are we using pen, paper, and a calculator? Do we have a little spreadsheet? Maybe we're using an accounting platform. I want you to find the right tool that works for you, something that you actually want to open to work on the business finances. If you're using a tool that you feel may not be right for you, maybe it's time to try something else. Maybe ask others that you know that are in business. Ask them what they're using. What works for you in your business finances is the gold behind actually working on the digits. So if you're thinking of changing platforms, changing methods, systems, or processes for your business finances, I also want you to consider what that looks like. Changing things in our business finances can make a significant difference when it comes to actually working on them. You need to make a plan in your calendar for what that's going to do to your regular schedule. That's all today from the Virtual Cafe. Back to you guys in the GME studio.
I love Kerry Zarb. I'm just going to say that.
Me too. And one tool that I love that Kerry has is the Money Barista Club, which I am very lucky to be part of. It has really helped me stay on point and accountable for my business finances. And if you aren't part of Kerry's Money Barista Club, the next meeting is going to be on Wednesday, June 19th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I encourage you to connect with Kerry to find out how you can be part of the club.
I concur, Adam. I concur. So let's head on over to Military Minute, where I had the privilege of interviewing a retired Air Force veteran and hearing her brilliant wisdom about entrepreneurship. Someone like me who's not ever been in the military, how can we support someone who's transitioning, about to transition, already transitioned? How can we as an entrepreneur community support someone that is going through things that maybe we just don't understand?
I think finding out where somebody is in the process. I think listening. And you may not understand everything they're saying, but I think veterans want to be heard because we're not heard. Everything we say falls on deaf ears, especially when it comes to other entrepreneurs, civilian entrepreneurs. And I think that when we listen and find out what it is, where they're stuck, if they're stuck, sometimes they just need to talk. And you may not understand everything, but sometimes just saying, I hear you. How can I help? I think asking the question, because again, civilians tend to assume. And I think asking those questions about them and their service, when they got out, what they're doing now, just being inquisitive. I mean, what kind of questions would you ask? I'm going to use roller skate, and you have never roller skated in your life, but you want to. What kind of questions would you ask someone if you see them roller skating? You're like, how did you learn how to do that? Where did you get your skates? How long did it take you to learn those tricks? Where do I go to get skating lessons? How can you connect me with someone that can do that? What kind of questions would you ask? And a lot of times civilians say, I don't know what to ask a veteran. Sure you do. We're veterans, but we're also people. So treat us like a people. Be people-y.
I love Kat Corchado, I have to say, and her people-y roller skating self.
Me too. I think she brought up a great point about just asking questions that you would want to know. And like she said, they may be veterans, but they're also humans. So just be human with them.
Well, Kat is definitely an icon. She is a military vet, and she has done so many things for this community, with this community. I love Kat. I also love, Adam, I want to say, I also love our next roving reporter very much, who just celebrated a birthday, and that is Jill Olish and her segment on Mama Entrepreneurs.
Jill Olish is the founder of Mama Outspoken, executive team leader, postpartum awareness advocate, vision board party host, event coordinator, podcast host, GME associate producer, and roving reporter.
Thanks, Carrie and Kim. I learned a huge lesson 4 years ago when I started my entrepreneurial adventure and motherhood. I did not know how to give myself the permission to not work. I classify myself as a workaholic, and starting out this entrepreneurial adventure, I had no clue what I was doing, except that I knew I needed to work. I needed to be able to work anytime I wanted, and having an infant did not make that possible. It was a lot of work that I had to do internally to give up that guilt of feeling like I wasn't doing enough for my family by working whenever I could. It was a huge struggle for me, and I had a lot of people in my corner cheering me on and helping me give myself that permission to be okay with not doing work. It is hard, and we can keep practicing at that to feel better and less guilty when we do take that time. If your family is a priority to you, and being able to spend time with your children or anyone else in your family where you're an entrepreneur and you know that you're going to have that little bit of tug and pull and push and really wanting to go there, Just remember, the things for your work can wait when there's not a deadline. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
I love our Jillo. And I have to brag on her because this week, Adam, she spoke at an event for the New York Postpartum Resource Center. I hope I'm getting this right. But she spoke and shared her story, and what an amazing story she has. And her book, I'm trying to hold it the right way. I'm always awkward. But her book is so amazing because she shares very vulnerably what she went through and what she learned and how she's on the path to healing now. So anyone who is a mama, has a mama, knows a mama to be, any of those qualifiers, you need to get Jill's book called Mama Outspoken. And you can get it on Amazon, but get it and learn more about what Jillo's out in the world doing. So there you go, Adam. That was a
I think that was beautifully said, Kim.
Thank you. And now we need to head over into our next segment, who is the interview king himself, Adam Rothenberg, in Entrepreneurs in Entertainment.
Adam Rothenberg is a media personality, interview king, clubhouse manager, published author, event coordinator, red carpet correspondent, GME associate producer, and roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. It's Adam, and I'm back in the closet for yet another edition of Behind the Curtain. And today, I want to talk about the time I saw Debbie Gibson, not in concert, but at a concert. In 2002, Dolly Parton just released her Halos and Horns album. She was performing at Irving Plaza in New York City, which of course I bought a ticket to go see her at. And that venue is general admission, standing room only, at least at the time of the concert it was. There were no assigned seats, so I got to the venue early. And when I went in, I saw that if I were to stay on the floor, I would not be able to see anything because people would be standing in front of me. So I went upstairs and found the most amazing spot right next to the spotlight. And diagonally across from where I was standing was the VIP section. And who do I see but none other than Debbie Gibson. When I saw her, I called her name, and when she saw me, she waved back to me. It was such a great night. Not only was I getting to see Dolly Parton in concert, but the added bonus was that I got to see Debbie Gibson as well, who you know from her pop music catalog of Only in My Dreams, Out of the Blue, Foolish Beat, and of course, Electric Youth. So that is today's Behind the Curtain story. It's back to you in the GME studio.
I love this behind the curtain story, Adam. Do you have a picture for us today?
Oh my God, I sure do have a picture. I don't have a picture of me and Debbie from that night, but I do have, this is one of my favorite pictures with Debbie Gibson when she released her Broadway album, Colored Lights. And this was at FYE, the record store in New York City. And this was such a great time that reminded me of when I saw her at the Dolly Parton concert. And
I love it.
I loved it.
So let me just clarify really quickly, Adam, for everybody listening, that most people in entertainment, well, I don't know if I want to say most, but we'll say a lot of people in entertainment, including Dolly herself, are some of the best entrepreneurs on the planet. I think Dolly ranks up there with the top of the top in how she has done her businesses. And I think all of them are, but I love the fact that you're bringing them into the light with entrepreneurship and how you're sharing all the juicy behind the curtain stuff. So we get to feel like we're part of that too, Adam.
Yes. And Debbie too is an entrepreneur. She has produced and published all of her own albums. When she goes on tour, she puts the tour together herself. I mean, not that she doesn't have a team. She talks about the team that she has surrounding her, but she has been doing this herself for decades. And she is such a prime example, too, of an entrepreneur.
I love it, Adam. Thank you for bringing these amazing people to us.
You're welcome. And you do have an announcement to make before we get into Princess Speak, I believe.
I do. I want to say really quickly that our Buckets and Boomgates podcast has not had an episode in a couple weeks, and it's because we've had a lot of life going on, and we don't want anyone looking for it and thinking we're just, poof, we've disappeared. We just want to say out loud that we do believe in taking care of us as humans, and that is what happens sometimes. So we are sad that we have missed a couple episodes, but we should have one out next week, just so everyone knows that we want to be really transparent around here because we're paying attention, Adam, to the details.
Yes, we are. And the other detail we need to pay attention to now is going into Princess Speak.
So Princess Speak is the simple business language for entrepreneurs that comes from our community. We use a lot of big words in the business world that I think are not necessary. So we use very simple ones so that we can translate better to each other even. So this week's theme of the show is paying attention to details. And this week's Princess Speak phrase is actually pay to play. This means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but I want you guys to think about if you have people in your life who are clients and customers and they're paying to have a service or they're paying you for business things. Our job is to pay to play with them by showing up. It is our job to pay with our time, with our effort, with all the things that they need. And I think it's really important that we remember that it's two-sided. There's a reciprocity there that needs to be honored. So when you're paying attention to details, I think you need to pay to play, Adam.
Kim, I think that was very well said. And I'm not very well versed with the pay to play right now. So I am just going to say that you explained it to me perfectly and gave me a good understanding of what it means.
Thank you, Adam. So we hope you, sweet watcher of this show, an entrepreneur extraordinaire, we're sure of it. We're sure you are doing amazing things in this world. We appreciate the fact that you're here with us. And we hope you're paying attention to details and that you understand how to pay to play, because it can be a game changer for your life when your business supports the life you want to live. So we love y'all. And Adam, it's just you and I, but let's dance it out. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.